Welcome back to Kevin's Trooper channel. This is the channel where we do all types of DIY projects for overlanding and off-roading. I mentioned in my last video that I wanted to get into a little bit more deeper fabrication type projects. And so today, in order to get a little practice, we're going to start with our welding cart. You know, I mentioned in that video as well that I'm getting a new welder. I'm super excited about that. So this will be our last project with our little lightweight Lincoln flux core handy core welder. And so I wanted to have the cart ready so that whenever my new welder gets in, we can put the plasma cutter on it, we can put the welder on it, and we'll be ready to go with a brand new cart. Now, the way this thing is going to work is it's going to be two levels. The welder is going to be on bottom, and the plasma cutter is going to be on top. The top shelf is going to have a little angle to it, and since the plasma cutter is a lot shorter than the welder is, I'm going to make a little tray in the back of it to just throw things in, you know, wrenches, whatever. And then it's going to have a piece on the back that's going to hold the bottle for the C25 gas for the MIG machine. Because I'm getting away from this flux core and we're going to go to an actual MIG gun that uses gas, and it's much upgraded from what I've been using. It's an Everlast. I have some casters that I'm going to put on the bottom so we can roll this thing around. So I'm really excited about it. Let's get started. Well, that's my first piece of plate cutting out on this thing. It'll get better. Just not used to it. There's our first shelf, the bottle. So I think I figured out what's going on. I think that dross is coming back up and filling my crack in because I'm going too slow. Pretty sure that's what's happening, why it kind of gums up every now and then like that. I'm just moving too slow. I'm just not used to it. I think I got to really run with that thing and just get it all zipped out of there. That's only 1/4 of an inch. I've got it turned all the way up. So I think that's what I'm doing wrong. I'll get used to it. Well, that's going to take forever. I've got at least 8 of these 45s to cut out. Sorry, I got my earplugs in if I'm talking loud. And this thing only 45s one way. It doesn't 45 the other way. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to cut them out on the plasma cutter and see if that works better. You see how instead of trying to 45 all of these, I can cut a knot. Now it's going to be cut. I was just playing around. I'm going to make it straighter than that. But you could see how if you want to join these two at a 45, instead of cutting it diagonally, you can cut this section out and this one will butt right up to it. Now I'm going to get my measurements and cut the next ones out a lot straighter than that. I was just trying something. And that's going to work out really good. I can weld there, there, and there. Right up both sides. I think that's how I'm going to do them and butt them together like that. Well guys, while I was sitting here working, 2 of the new things that I ordered for my fabrication projects came in. One is this East Wing hammer, chipping hammer. These things are fantastic. I heard about these on Chucky 2009 channel. He was talking about them and I ordered one. This thing, it just has a great feel to it. Chipping hammer from East Wing. And then, because my other, this thing is such a piece of crap and it's all scratched up and it fogs up, I ordered this one. It's from Uvex. And it's supposed to be a really nice one. So I'll have to get this out, get it all put together. A lot better than the one I've been having. But anyway, kind of cool. I'm sitting here needing those things and they come in the mail. It's kind of awesome. The only chipping hammer I had is the one that came with that little Lincoln welder. And it's this really crappy thing. So now I have something kind of nice. And Lord knows with this flux core you need a chipping hammer with all the slag that comes with that. So I'm glad I got it. I'm going to get this put together. We'll get started. This is a very nice face shield. It has a lock so that it locks up and it locks down. Very nice face shield. So you don't have to have it fall the whole time. It just locks up. Oh, this is very nice. Alright, good purchase. I've been trying to kind of up my safety. I got me some earplugs. I got some more safety glasses. I got that face shield. Steel-toed boots. So I'm trying to up my safety a little bit because if I'm going to start doing more of this fabrication work, I need to do that. I need to make sure that I don't get hurt out here doing this. Hey, I want to show you how this angle iron turned out not 45ing it. Check this out. See if I can get the camera over here and show you. Look how good this turned out. So that's going to weld up just fine. That's so much easier than trying to put 45s in each one of those things and it not working out right. I've never really tried it that way. I saw it somewhere, probably on somebody's videos. Anyway, whoever I saw it on, I really appreciate it. I don't remember, I'd give them credit. But yeah, that's a pretty neat way of doing it. I think I'm going to do it that way every time. It's an easy little zigzag weld and you're good to go. Alright, here's our bottom shelf. This is the one the welder's going to sit on. It's ready to tack up, so let's see if we can get it tacked up. There it is, right there. Man, that looks great. I'm really impressed how doing this angle iron this way turned out. It looks fantastic. It's ready to weld up. Look at that. All right, YouTube. Do a little grinding, a little cleanup, and that's going to be a shelf. Ouch! That was hot. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my steel in here. I'm going to grind these welds down a little bit where it'll set flat. I'm going to lay my steel in here. And I'm not going to weld around the entire thing. I'm just going to stitch weld it. I'll just put a weld every so often. That's going to be plenty on this. Alright, I got it to fit in there. Let me show you. It's fitting really nice. So that's the bottom shelf. All I gotta do now is clamp it up and weld it, and we're gonna do some stitch welds around that. It should be good. Well, that's going to do it for day one. Pretty happy with the progress today. We got our lower shelf completely finished. I had a little bit of a hard time with this 1-inch square tubing. It has some kind of oil on it that made it very difficult to weld. I had to clean this piece of metal all the way down to bare silver metal and then re-weld it. And I'm probably going to have to do that with the rest of those pieces as well before I start to weld those. But I'm pretty happy with the progress. We got the entire lower shelf done and it looks pretty good. Tomorrow I'm going to start on the upper shelf, and then we'll start on our legs coming up to hold that upper shelf and the rest of this build. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you get the rest of this project and many of my other fabrication projects and projects on the Trooper that's going to be coming in the future. I want to start doing a lot more fabrication things on the channel, and if you like that, go ahead and comment. Let me know that's something that you'd like to see. And I'm going to post all of the different products that I used today in the description. If you want to go look at those, you can click below and give me a thumbs up because you know it means a lot to me. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next video.